Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, January 31st, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. There's a lot to cover. Let's jump right into the charts. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. The futures this morning are trading slightly lower, down by 2.25 points to 14.93 per contract. Futures are coming under a little bit of distribution this morning. Seems like yesterday the markets did retreat a little bit, and you're getting a little bit of downside action. Again, the volume trends remain extremely light, so it's hard to see any major downside. But hey, you never know. These markets are extremely overbought, and the exuberation level and euphoria is running wild in the marketplace. So to see a little pullback would not only be possible, but it would be somewhat healthy for the markets instead of going up in this parabolic manner. So we'll see if that does play out today. There are a few things going on. There are a ton of earnings, first off, that are being released, so we do need to take note of that. Also, I want to point out that the European markets are selling down a little bit. You do have Spain today down about 1.9%. Italy, France, and the German DAX are slightly lower, nothing earth-shattering or damaging there, but we do have those equities a little bit lower at the moment. So we'll have to watch and see what's going on there. A couple of other things that you want to watch for this morning are the economic data that will be released at 8:30. Right now it is 8:23 a.m. as I'm recording this video, but you will have weekly jobless claims coming out at 8:30 in the morning, and I believe you're going to have personal income and spending numbers for the month of December also being released at 8:30 a.m. So a few different things there coming out that could sway the markets one way or the other in about 7 or 8 more minutes. So we'll have to watch for that as it comes out. Today in the oil markets, you do have light sweet crude trading down by 22 cents. Not a big deal. Gold is down $9, 9 points, or $9 to $1,673 an ounce. Let's take a look at the GLD today. Gold had a solid day yesterday. Today it is retreating. The U.S. dollar index, for the most part, flat on the session, but it was hit yesterday. So flat day there. No action really in the dollar. But GLD is down a little bit today. And again, we'll have to watch GLD closely. But right now, it looks like its upside is somewhat limited, at least at the moment. I am, a gold bug overall, but you have to do what the charts tell you to do. And right now, gold is not showing a whole lot of strength despite yesterday's little surge higher. Let's take a look at some stocks in the news today. We're going to start off with Facebook. There really isn't any major play here on Facebook. The reason why I even bring it up is just because they did have earnings and everybody is talking about it and looking at it. The only play I see here for Facebook is if the stock gets down to around $26.30. If it does get down there, you can be a buyer. Other than that, let it chop around. It's probably going to flounder around here for a while. The stock did report earnings yesterday. Whether they were better or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is how the market reacted. And right now, the market's taking the stock down slightly lower. It did go all the way down to around $28 in the after-hours trading after the stock reported earnings at 4 o'clock. Today, it's trading right around $29.57. Nothing damaging. If it gets down to around $26.30, I like it. Let's take a look at Qualcomm. Qualcomm also reported earnings. This one is having a pretty stellar move to the upside. It is a strong gap up. Give the stock the upside buys. It should get to around 68.75 to 69. That's where the stock will most likely stall out. But it is a strong gap up. It is not a short candidate today. But if you own it, you probably get a chance to trade this thing up to around the 68.50 level. Either way, start to trail, you stop. But it is a strong gap up, so it does have upside potential. Let's take a look at Electronic Arts. This stock is selling off today. It closed at 15.08. It's trading at 14.60. Not a big deal. Stock has very good support around 13.70, 13.65 in that vicinity. Also 13.15, 12.59. I think all of those levels could give you scalp bounces. Let's take a look at JDS Uniphase. Haven't talked about this stock since the 90s. But either way, the stock is trading higher today. Closed at 12.40. It's trading right around $14. Good move for JDSU. A lot of resistance up here around 14.25 to 14.50. So again, don't look for much more upside in this one right now. But after a correction or a pullback or some sort of consolidation, maybe the stock can trade higher in due time. But again, it's kind of hitting its upper limits at the moment. Don't look for any more upside here. But I don't think it's a short candidate either. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But it is a strong gap up. I don't like the short, strong gap ups. And you want to leave that one alone at the moment. Let's take a look at MasterCard. MasterCard is having a masterful move today. Stock's trading at 535, closed at 516 yesterday. Very strong gap up, bullish pattern coming off over the past 3 weeks. So I like the stock right now. It looks strong. I would not be a buyer up here. I'd have to wait for pattern. But either way, if you own it, congratulations. If you don't own it, don't jump in here. Let it play out. But don't short it. The stock is a strong move. Strong stock. You're going to need to see. I don't have a great level for it. It is an all-time high. The stock can actually trade up to 550 in due time. So don't short that one. It's a strong gap up coming off of a very, very good chart pattern. So you want to leave that one alone. Do not look to play that on the short side. I don't have a good scalping level for it. So leave that one alone altogether. Let's take a look at Dow Chemical. Dow Chemical closed at 34.61. Today it's trading at 33.44. Not that big of a gap down. There are some levels here for Dow. You may get some short-term support, and this is around $33. You'll get a little bit of support. $33. Then it's going to be $32, and then all the way down to $31.15. I like that $31.15, $31.25 area. I like that level a lot. That's best bet for today if it does get down there on Dow Chemical. Let's take a look at Deutsche Bank. This stock's catching a bid today. I guess they reported earnings, took a big write-down. It doesn't matter what they did. It just matters how the market perceives it and plays it out. The stock has a ton of resistance around $52.15, $52.25 in that area. So, again, I would not be a buyer of Deutsche Bank. Maybe $52.15 to $52.50 in that area. A lot of resistance. I'm not sure about the shortable level, what level it would be the best short. I'm going to say around the 52 area. Maybe it's 52.75. It's very tough to pinpoint this one to the penny. Let's take a look at Banco Santander, STD. That was the old symbol. Now it's SAN. It's a good thing they changed that STD. It doesn't sound too good. Let's take a look at Banco Santander. This one is getting hit today. Stock has short-term support around the $7.85 level. So that stock could get a little intraday bounce around $7.85. After that, it's going to be $7.34, $6.88. I think all of those levels mentioned can give you scalp bounces. Let's take a look at Under Armour. And this is a lot of stocks we have today reporting earnings. And there's more, some that I'm probably missing at the moment, unfortunately. But let's take a look at Under Armour. This one is already fading from its high. I think the stock has a ton of resistance in the short term around the $50.50 level. Good scalp level would be around 51.75 to 52. I think you can scalp it short. But either way, it's a fairly strong gap up. I'm just not seeing a lot of strength behind it. So, take it for what it's worth. Let's take a look at FIO. This is Fusion IO. This one is catching, well, first of all, it's had a huge sell-off, and now it's trying to rebound up a little bit. I don't have a great level on this one, but I will say this. Around the $16 area, 16 and a quarter, if it gets there, it looks like a bounce candidate. Okay, so keep that in mind. 16 and a half to 16 and a quarter, I think that's where you could look around this stock for a bounce. Other than that, there's not much here right now. It's a pretty decent gap down. I know it's trying to hold 17, but this is the more desirable level. It did trade as low as almost 15 and change in yesterday's after hours. So I'm thinking around $16, $16.50. That's where the stock will find some short-term support. Okay, that is pretty much everything I have at the moment. I do know that there are some other gaps. Let me just check for some last-minute gap plays if I'm missing any here. I tried to get as many as I could. Let's take a look at... no, I don't see this one. No, that's not it. Nope, nothing there. Okay, no big deal. I thought we just had a couple more gap plays coming across my screen, but I don't see anything that interesting here. Right 8 is not going to do the trick, so we don't want that one. Okay, so we'll leave it there. So remember, we do have initial jobless claims. They are out. Let's just take a quick glance at the futures. Futures are not even moving off the news. I have no idea what the number even is at the moment, but we only care about the reaction. We care less about the news. We don't even believe it. So again, basically a non-reaction right here. Also, consumer spending, I believe, is out as well. That is really no reaction there. So markets are still really where they began, even though that 8:30 news has been released. So we'll leave it there. Plenty of gaps out there today, and we'll see how this market shakes out by the close. Have a great trading day, everybody, and I'll see you on the charts.